Curious on the best Divination Wizard build? Or how about how good Portent is? Then you've come to the right place. This guide on the Divination Wizard is going to be going over step-by-step levels 1 through 20 multiclassing and additional information you won't be able to find anywhere else on a Divination Wizard. Let's start building. The Divination Wizard is the strongest subclass for the Wizard. Its level 2 ability alone puts most of the other Wizard subclasses to shame. Add the extra utility from its other abilities and combine that with its level 2 ability, and you're going to have a class that's going to work in any situation. Be that roleplay playstyles, inventor playstyles, combat playstyles, or even utility playstyles. In general, there are two resources I always use on builds. The first thing I always do is figure out my playstyle and the subclass's playstyle. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about here, there's articles in my website that's going over what playstyles are, or you can go to my store linked down below that for 99 cents goes over ways to build a character, playstyles, as well as some effective tips to make sure you're going to have fun in any campaign you play in. The second thing I always take a look at is my review on subclasses. Now, for example, linked down below, there is going to be a review on the Divination Wizard. Now, this is going to go over its abilities, usefulness of the abilities, as well as some other fun tips and tricks you might like in this, and it's a good precursor before this video. Highly suggest you take a look at it. So, let's go over what the Divination Wizard's playstyle is. As known in the Divination Wizard Guide, this subclass leans more toward a utility or inventor playstyle, but it also does have the secondary characteristics to make a solid roleplay or combat playstyle as well. As a result, the Divination Wizard is best for building a support playstyle helping out the party or for building that quirky, powerful build. That means the primary way I'm going to build this is to make others look better. This can be accomplished in a few different ways. Debuffing enemies, giving proper aid on skill checks, or just being the general hype man everyone loves to have. Now, if you're looking more for a combat-based playstyle, I suggest looking at the Chronergist Wizard, as their abilities are a little bit more in tune for fighting and are going to be something you're going to love to have. Now let's go over the abilities of the Divination Wizard. Between levels 1 and 20, the Divination Wizard is going to unlock 5 abilities. These are Divination 7, which will allow you to have more spells in your specialty, Portent, which gives you control over any aspect of the game, Expert Divination, which gives you the ability to recover spell slots that much easier, Third Eye, which will allow you to have more utility for your character, and Greater Portent, which is just going to make your level 2 ability that much better, which is really something you're looking for. These abilities are essential for any Divination Wizard build, and as such should be focused on when you're looking at building a Divination Wizard. At level 0, you get to choose between race, lore, and background for your character. In my video on the Divination Wizard, I deemed the Gnome would be the best race for you, as you get a +2 to your intelligence, advantage on magic saves, and Minor Illusion if you go the Forest Gnome. Minor Illusion should not need an explanation of why that's good, but in the right hands, it is an exceptional spell that anyone would love to have. Meanwhile, for the lore aspect, my favorite idea is someone afraid of the future. Say they saw their village being burned to the ground, and so now every time one of their portent visions come true, they are getting more confirmation that their village is going to be destroyed unless they can do something about it. Because they seem to care about the village, a noble or sage background would probably be a very solid background choice for your character. A sage is going to have great synergy with the Divination Wizard's abilities as well as what wizards do in general. But I will say a noble, its position of privilege feat, is so useful for those that like roleplay aspects. So if you talk a lot in your campaign, I suggest going noble. Now that you have the base of your character set up, it's time to go over its level 1 abilities. At level 1, you're going to get 6 spells, 3 cantrips, and Arcane Recovery. For the 3 cantrips, it's usually good to learn 1 combat, 1 roleplay, and 1 utility cantrip. That way you've got a spell for any situation. Now, for the best cantrips, I like to use my article going over 10 wizard cantrips that nobody uses. It goes over a lot of creative uses for the cantrips, as well as coming up with some cool ideas for them. Besides that, I take a look at the character's lore to decide my final decision. For combat, I would recommend Firebolt. Utility gets Mending, and for roleplay gets Friends. These were chosen as the choices many would take to learn the secrets of the village. As for the 6 spells, it really depends on your playstyle, but since we're building this wizard to be a utility playstyle, I recommend Shield, Grease, Find Familiar, Detect Magic, Absorb Elements, and Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Each are great spells that are designed to help out a wizard in combat and utility needs. Grease and Tasha's Hideous Laughter are great for controlling enemies or taking down big bosses. Meanwhile, Shield and Absorb Elements are just good, solid spells to help you out in case you ever get into the front lines. As for Arcane Recovery, this gives you the ability to regain some of your spell's powers. It states, once per day when you finish a short rest, you can choose an expended spell slot to recover that have a combined level equal to or less than half your wizard level rounded up. And none of the slots can be 6th level or higher. This is great for regaining uses of expended spells such as Shield and Tasha's Hideous Laughter, allowing you to set up for the future scenarios. After level 1, it becomes easier on a wizard leveling up. At level 2, you are going to get your subclass abilities, which in this case are the Divination subclass abilities. These abilities are going to allow you to control the board better as well as learn more divination spells. These are talked about in detail in my Divination Wizard review, but the short story is that portent is going to be useful 78 to 97% of the time on making a monster fail a saving throw. So maximizing the ability's effectiveness will garnish the best results. By the way, if you thought that was useful, please smash that like button to show you enjoyed. You also get 2 more level 1 spells and an additional level 1 spell slot. Some great ones at this point are ritual spells that have a lot of uses. Examples of this would be Comprehend Languages or Identify for outside of combat. Or during combat, you can use Unseen Servant or Alarm to help make sure your party is set up for any encounter. At level 3, you get access to 2nd level spells. This is going to give you things like Hold Person, which is the premier spell that a Divination Wizard can take. Meanwhile, you'll probably want a spell after that that's going to be useful inside and outside combat, such as Gem's Glowing Coin, Suggestion, or Phantasmal Force, with spells like Flock of Familiar, Rope Trick, and Ray of Enfeeblement being better combat-based ones. At level 4, you're getting your next big perk, Ability Score Improvements or Feats. Now, assuming a standard rate of 16 for your wizard, you're going to want to bring this up to an 18 as soon as possible. As a result, choose that +2 to Intelligence. No exceptions. At 5th level, you get an increase to your proficiency bonus and some of the most powerful spells in the game, 3rd level spells. With this level, you're also going to be getting an increase to your saving throw. Now, this is only going to help monsters fail your saving throw only 1 to 2% of the time. While that may seem small, it's important that you keep on improving this, as at 5th level, the CR for monsters go up much more quickly, hence why it's only a small gain right now instead of a large gain. This means that choosing spells that will shut down key enemies will make you crucial to your party's composition. So, spells like Fireball and Haste that many D&D wizards would love to have are actually not optimal for a Divination Wizard. The reason why is Divination Wizards are best at stopping key threats, instead of doing a lot of damage to a lot of people. So, choose them if you would like, but your best spells are going to be the ones that shut down enemies or make your party look better. This means spells like Slow and Bestow Curse are going to have great synergies with what your Divination Wizard is going to try and do, both of which have an increased chance of success with Portent. Meanwhile, some other good options to choose from are Counterspell, Insight Greed, and Hypnotic Pattern, which also have some unique interactions with Portent, thus adding another layer to your character's effectiveness. At level 6, you get your next ability, Expert Divination. Now, this is designed to help you use more divination spells outside of combat, so now is a great time to pick up Divination Wizard spells. Mind Spike is a solid divination spell if you're looking for a little bit more damage capabilities, while Clairvoyance is one of the best scouting spells in the game. Or you can grab more ritual spells or the other spells I've mentioned that interest you. Level 7 gets you access to level 4 spells. Polymorph, Dimension Door, and Banishment are all classics at this level, but Charm Monster, Resilient Sphere, and Hallucinatory Terrain are also some very useful ones for your class. So I would choose from this list as well for a Divination Wizard. At level 8, you're going to get your next ability score improvement. Now it's the same thing as before, where if you're not at a 20 intelligence, you're running to get that there first. However, if you are looking for a feat at this level because you're at a 20 intelligence, Lucky, Elven Accuracy, and Metamagic Adept are solid choices for a Divination Wizard build. All work well with your level 2 ability and have different variations depending on which way your character is leaning on. Lucky for those who want to use more portent uses, Elven Accuracy for those who have gone more spell attacking route, and then also Metamagic Adept for those looking to add more versatility to your spells. I would probably choose Subtle or the Extended Spell for the Metamagic feat, by the way. At 9th level, you get 5th level spells. These are the spells known to define the events of your campaign. Modify Memory, Dominate Person, and Scrying become some of the best spells at this level. With this, no matter what the DM throws at you, you are going to be able to change the events in your favor, especially when you factor in Portent. At 10th level, you're getting your next big divination skill, Third Eye. This is a utility-based skill that allows the Divination Wizard to pick and choose one of 4 skills every rest. The main abilities you're going to want to use is going to be the ones that allow you to see into the ethereal plane or invisibility. As such, your new spells should work in tangent with those abilities, meaning I would choose Arcane Eye and Scrying at this level. Once we graduate from level 10, guess where we're going to? Level 11, and that's where we're going to get some weird spells. 6th level spells are designed to fit in the niches of your character build. As such, figuring out what unique spell you're needing to fill out your build is important to your effectiveness from here on out. Tinser's Transformation is great for those of a more aggressive playstyle, with Disintegrate being a great one for those who are looking to do high single target damage, and Gravity Fissure just for those looking for a nice AoE spell to take out weak enemies. Because of Portent, however, Flesh to Stone and Contagion are going to become your spells you're going to want to take at this level to get around those pesky legendary resistances that make your Portent useless. Next we go to level 12, which gives you your 3rd ability score improvement or feat. As before, if you haven't gotten to 20 intelligence, get to 20 intelligence first. Or go with a feat that I've mentioned before, such as Lucky, Elven Accuracy, or Metamagic Adept. Once you choose your ability score improvement or feat, you are going on to level 7 spells at level 13. These are designed for high CR combats. Force Cage is probably one of your best spells you can hope for at this level, as once you lock them in there, it's very hard to leave. Meanwhile, Plane Shift is great for multi-plane campaigns, as well as working as a pseudo form of banishment, with Finger of Death being a great choice for gaining a permanent follower, with a 73.1% chance of success when you use your Portent ability. Next, we're getting the level 14 ability, Greater Portent. This is the ultimate support ability for the Divination Wizard. What it allows you to do is switch from 2 Portent rolls to 3 Portent rolls. Doesn't seem like much, but it's deceptively powerful when you consider the fact that it increases your Portent uses anywhere from 7 to 14% chance of effectiveness. As a result, this is where you should add your most powerful save or suck spells. This is going to be spells like Suggestion, Hold Monster, or some of my personal favorites, which are coming up in level 15. As just mentioned, level 15 is where you get the spells that really allow Greater Portent to shine. Feeble Mind, Reality Break, and even Maze are solid options you're going to want for your campaign. Each are some of the best spells you can have for shutting down key enemies in your campaign, while I am personally a big fan of Feeble Mind, as it really is good for shutting down other wizards. Once you choose your spells at level 15, you're going to move on to level 16, which gets you your next ability score improvement or feat. Now, unfortunately, wizards don't get the most in feat options. As such, you're going to want to do with the ones I've already recommended to you, or you can choose on this list that I personally like as well. Tough for more hit points, Resilient for helping you out on certain saves that you keep failing, or Warcaster to help you on concentration spells. Now, I will say I've done a review on Resilient versus Warcaster, and Resilient is actually a better one for con saving throws late game than Warcaster is when you're considering concentrating on spells. Now we're getting to level 17, where you're getting the final bits of your build online. This is giving you 9th level spells and giving you the auto-include spell, in my opinion, Wish. There's never been a spell that comes close to the power of Wish, but if you are looking for some different options, I recommend Imprisonment, True Polymorph, or Power Word Kill, as they are all really good with the divination abilities. At level 18, you get Spell Mastery, which allows you to cast 1 level 1 spell and 1 level 2 spell as much as you want. Now, the best options are usually going to be Shield and Hold Person, as Hold Person works really well with your class, and Shield just helps you survive. But if you're looking for some alternative decisions, Absorb Elements and Phantasmal Force are the ones I like. It just depends on which one you find yourself casting more of. At level 19, really the choice is yours. You can choose between one of the feats I've already chosen before, or you can go with a feat that you think best fits your character or who you are as a person. I tend to like Tough because of those extra hit points. Congratulations, you've now made it to level 20. And at level 20, you are getting Signature Spells, which allows you to cast 2 3rd level spells for free once every rest. Now, despite popular belief of choosing stuff like Fireball, you should choose something that's going to fit you in a more utility-based situation. The reason why is these are going to save those combat scenarios for you and allow you to have the spell slots to cast whatever is best for you. So, I would choose Fly and Clairvoyance, as these are going to be incredibly useful outside of combat and keep those spell slots alive for when you're in combat. Now, for those of you who had planned on multiclassing, there are 2 classes that do the best with a Divination Wizard: Bards and Sorcerers. Bards are one of the better choices for a Divination Wizard, as their abilities are designed to help the party out inside and outside of combat, much like a Divination Wizard. Meanwhile, subclasses like College of Swords are great for increasing your combat prowess by giving you a lot of the fighter traits that make fighters good. As a result, going 2 levels into Divination Wizard and the rest into Bard is a good, solid multi-class option, as it gives you 90% of what a Divination Wizard tries to do. You can also go 6 levels into Divination Wizard to get those 3rd level wizard spells, but I don't recommend this, as this really is a long-term payoff and it's not really worthy of a multi-class option. The next multi-class option is being a sorcerer and a wizard. Now this tries to break the game using the meta magic feat that the sorcerer has, while using the portent ability of the Divination Wizard to alter the game state heavily in the party's favor. Because of this, your reliance on meta magic abilities is what defines this multi-class option. So you should only do 2 levels in Divination Wizard, as sorcery points are only gained through the sorcery class. This multi-class option is great, as it's very synergistic with the Divination Wizard. Its abilities to alter the game state are much like the portent rolls, as well as being able to use meta knowledge to break the game in the situations you need them in. In conclusion, the Divination Wizard is a strong and flexible subclass. Its ability to manipulate rolls, as well as its subclass abilities that further enhance your game state, will allow you to shine in just about any situation you're wanting to be in. Specifically, a utility role designed to buff party members or take down single target enemies. Because of this, spells, feats, and racial traits are all designed to improve your portent rolls, helping your character shine, as reviewed in my Divination Wizard review. And I look forward to seeing you use this guide to not only improve your gameplay, but to also have more fun as well. If you would like to learn the tips and tricks I use when building every character, I highly recommend my Beginner's D&D guide, Character, Classes, and You. Not only does it go through the step-by-step process of how to make a great and memorable character, but it also goes over your playstyle and identifying it to use it in any game you are in. Please be sure to leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are on the best multi-class for a Divination Wizard. Is it Bard, Sorcerer, or maybe something else like a Barbarian? Who knows? Please be sure to like and subscribe down below, as it goes a long way to showing your appreciation for these videos. I hope you have a fantastic day, and may all your rolls be natural.